Good morning, everybody, and welcome to yet another super amazing session for the Rank Booster 30 most important MCQs from the previous year from the chapter Environmental Issues live in front of you. Yes, today we will be discussing about the 30 most expected and the most important question from the chapter Environmental Issues. So without wasting too much of time, let's get going with this super amazing chapter. Yes, everybody. Yes, so we will be discussing the most important question from the whole chapter, that is environmental issues. As you know, this is a very easy chapter, but the questions are too difficult, not too difficult, but too confusing. And the tricky questions can come from this chapter. Yes, everybody. So those who are watching it right now, don't forget to hit the like button, do share it with your friends and subscribe the amazing platform for more updates on biology. Okay. So let's get going with the very first question. Question number 1 on your screens. Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? NEET 2018 MCQ. Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and ozone. Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? Yes, the correct answer for this question is option number D, ozone. O3 is a secondary pollutant. Question number 2. NEET 2017 MCQ question. Which one of the following statement is not valid for aerosols? Very easily you can identify the answer. They alter rainfall and monsoon patterns. They cause increased agricultural productivity. They have negative impact on agricultural land. And they are harmful to human health. Yes. Aerosols, air pollutant, they will never cause an increase in the agricultural productivity. They'll decrease it. So the correct answer for this question, or the wrong statement over here given, is the option number B. They cause increased agricultural productivity. Question number 3, 2010 AIPMT question. dB. You know what is dB? What is dB? It is decibel. It is a standard abbreviation. It is a standard abbreviation used for the quantitative expression of. You know that dB, decibel, is a unit which is used to measure the noise or to measure the sound. So they have asked you is used for the quantitative abbreviation. Sorry, it is a standard abbreviation for the quantitative expression of which of the following? Density of bacterium, a particular pollutant, the dominant bacillus in a culture, a certain pesticide. There is nothing too appropriate over here. Okay, there is no option which is too appropriate. Okay, in such a condition, we will be choosing the most appropriate among the given. Okay, among the given, we have to choose the most appropriate. So the correct answer goes for option number B, a particular pollutant. So the correct answer for question number 3 is option B, a particular pollutant. Which is that pollutant? It is the sound. Question number 4. Which of the following, question number 4, which of the following is not correct with regard to the harmful effect of particulate matter of size 2.5 micrometer or less? Karnataka NEET 2013 MCQ is not correct with respect to the harmful effect of particulate matter of size 2.5 micrometers or less. It can cause respiratory problems. It can directly enter into our human circulatory system. It can cause inflammation and damage to the lungs. It can be inhaled into the lungs. The correct answer for this question would be option number B. Okay, option number B is not valid. That is, it cannot directly enter into the circulatory system. Okay, it can cause respiratory allergies or diseases or disorders associated with the respiratory system. But that particulate matter won't be directly entering into the circulatory system. Okay, through the dissolved oxygen or dissolved gases and all, it may diffuse with the blood. That's the only thing. But it won't directly enter into our circulatory system. So the correct answer for question number 4 is option number B. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 5, which is one of the very important and a frequently repeated question. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act came into force on 1985, 1990, 1975, and 1981. NEET 2013 MCQ question. NEET 2013 Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act came into force on. Yes, you know the correct answer for the question as option number D, 1981. 1981, the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act came into force. Moving on to question number 6. AIPMT 2014 MCQ question. Okay, AIPMT 2014 MCQ question. A scrubber in the exhaust of a chemical industry removes gases like sulfur dioxide, option B, particulate matter of the size 5 micrometer or above, gases like ozone and methane, particulate matter of the size 2.5 micrometer or less. Scrubber. Not asking about the electrostatic precipitators, about the scrubber. Yes, you know the correct answer for the question is option number A, gases like sulfur dioxide. So a scrubber is used to remove gases like SO2. Okay, gases like SO2 are removed by the scrubbers. Clear? Moving on to question number 7. A location. This is a very easy question for AIPMT 2014. A location with a luxuriant growth of lichens indicates that the trees are very healthy, the trees are heavily infested, location is highly polluted, location is not at all polluted. AIPMT 2014 MCQ question. Yes, if you can find a luxuriant growth of the lichen, then at that point you can have the location is not at all polluted. It is an unpolluted area. If the location is polluted, what happens? There won't be any growth of lichen. So question number 7, the correct answer is option number D, location is not polluted. Moving on to question number 8. Question number 8 is again an easy question which everybody can answer. AIPMT 2015. Acid rain is caused by increase in the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, ozone and dust, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, sulfur trioxide and carbon monoxide. AIPMT 2015 question. Yes, acid rain. You know that acid rain is due to the dissolution of sulfur dioxide in water, sulfuric acid, sulfur trioxide and sulfur dioxide in water, along with nitric acid. These nitric acid and sulfuric acid present will degrade, causes corrosion and everything, right? So the correct answer for this question will be option number C, sulfur dioxide gas and nitrogen dioxide gas. Nitrogen dioxide gas. Okay, moving on to question number 9. This is a expected question for your NEET exam. According to the CPCB, what is CPCB can also be asked for your exam, Central Pollution Control Board. Which particulate size and diameter in micrometer of the air pollutant is responsible for the greatest harm to the human health? AIPMT 2008. We have been discussing the same thing right from the beginning. Particulate matter of size. Yes, very good. 2.5 or less in diameter. 2.5 or less in diameter causes a great harm to human health. Great harm to human health. Yes, according to Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, the particulate matter of size 2.5 or less in diameter causes the greatest harm to the human health. So the correct answer for question number 9 is option number C. Moving on to question number 10. Question number 10. How carbon monoxide emitted by the automobiles prevent the transport of oxygen in the body tissues? AIPMT 1998 question, an old question. How carbon dioxide emitted by the automobiles prevent the transport of oxygen in the body tissues? By forming a stable compound with the hemoglobin, right? It will form, the carbon monoxide has high affinity for hemoglobin than the oxygen. So by forming a stable compound with the hemoglobin, that it will not dissociate further. That is meant by a stable complex between carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide and hemoglobin. Whereas the compound of hemoglobin that is formed with the help of oxygen or formed along with oxygen is an unstable compound. So that is what is said to be carbon monoxide poisoning. It is very, very dangerous. It is very, very dangerous because the carbon monoxide will be forming a very high stable compound. Okay, so the correct answer for question number 10 is option number A. Up to here, is it clear for everybody? Give me hearts on the screen and let's move forward with the rest 20 questions of this amazing chapter. Yes, everything is direct from the NCERT, but the options are quite confusing. Options are quite tricky. So you have to pay 100% attention so that you will get each and every question correctly, because at least 2 to 3 questions you will be definitely be asked from the single chapter itself. Thank you, everybody. Moving on to question number 11. Biological oxygen demand may not be a good index for pollution of water bodies receiving effluents from. NEET 2016 MCQ. BOD may not be a good index for pollution for water bodies. That is actually what is the usage of this BOD? It is used to find out the amount of organic matter present, right? Amount of organic or dissolved oxygen present. That is actually the index of this biological oxygen demand. So it is not a good index for pollution. That is, biological oxygen demand cannot be taken into consideration for water bodies receiving the effluents from which among the following? Yes, domestic sewage, industrial, from dairies, sugar industry, all these contains organic matter. But petroleum industry, it will form a layer of oil above the layer of water. Okay. And it will kill all the organisms present in the aquatic ecosystem. So the correct answer for this particular question number 11 is petroleum industry. Question number 12. Very easy and a bit confusing options are given, but you can easily write down the answer. A lake which is rich in organic waste may result in. A lake which is rich in organic waste may result in. Tell me the answer, everybody. Is rich in organic waste may result in. Yes, previous year NEET MCQ itself. Increased pollution of aquatic organism due to minerals. Will it be there? As the amount of organic waste increases, the BOD level, okay, the action of microbes also increases, right? So there won't be an increase in the population. Drying of the lake due to algal bloom. There is no relation between algal bloom and this the other thing, that is organic waste accumulation. But if the nutrients are present in this organic waste, it will definitely lead to the growth of the algae and all. Okay. Increased population of the fish. What happens when the organic waste is rich? Microbes will take up the dissolved oxygen for breaking down them, right? Or for decomposing them. So the fishes will die. So the correct answer for this question number 12 is the mortality of fish due to the lack of oxygen. That is, mortality means the death of the fishes due to the lack of oxygen. That is the correct answer for question number 12. Moving on to this question number 13. You will easily answer this NEET 2016. Look how many questions NEET 2016 itself we have done. The highest DDT concentration in aquatic food chain shall occur in. DDT is a non-biodegradable material. So the question is all about biological magnification. They are asking you the highest DDT concentration in the aquatic food chain shall occur in. You know that as the DDT concentration increases, the highest concentration would be in the birds. So indirectly, the question means you identify the bird from the following. Yes, NEET 2016 question, you know the correct answer for the question as seagull. Seagull is a bird in which as the toxicity or the toxic level keeps on increasing as DDT passes on from one trophic level to the other. Moving on to question number 14. Frequently repeated, guys, from this BOD, all these things. A river with an inflow of domestic sewage rich in organic waste may result in. A river with an inflow of domestic waste rich in domestic sewage rich in organic waste may result in an increased production of fish due to biodegradable nutrients, death of fish due to the lack of oxygen, drying of the river very soon due to algal bloom, increased population of the aquatic food web organism. NEET 2016 MCQ. Yes, you know the correct answer for the question. We have just done it right now itself. As the inflow or the flowing of the amount of domestic sewage rich in organic waste increases, the fish's microbial activity uses up the dissolved oxygen that usually leads to the killing or death of fishes. NEET 2016. Question number 15, AIPMT 2015 question itself. Increase in the concentration of toxicant. Definitely, without even reading the option, you will give me the correct answer now. Increase in the concentration of toxicants at the successive trophic level is known as. Yes, there is no point in just wasting the precious time. It is biological magnification or biological amplification or biomagnification is the correct answer for the question. Moving on to the next 15th set of questions. Question number 16 on your screen. Again, the question is from the BOD part. Domestic sewage, water pollution is very important. When domestic sewage mixes with the river water, what will happen? AIPMT mains 2010. What happens? You know that when the domestic sewage contains a high amount of organic material, when this mixes with river water, the microbial activity increases. As a result, what happens? It uses up the dissolved oxygen. Yes, hope all of you might have found out the correct answer. The correct answer is option number C. The increased microbial activity uses up the dissolved oxygen. Done, everybody? Give me thumbs up on the chat box if up to question number 16. Is it perfectly clear? Done, everybody? Yes. Moving on to question number 17. Yes, biological magnification. That's why I told you the important part of this chapter is water pollution itself. Yes. In an area where DDT had been extensively used, the population of the birds declined significantly because why in an area, in a particular area, okay, of a state or a particular area, DDT usage is very, very high. As a result, the bird population declined tremendously. What is the reason? Birds stopped laying eggs, earthworms in the area got eradicated, cobras were feeding exclusively on bird. Many of the birds laid eggs but did not hatch. Yes, calcium metabolism is affected due to the high increase in the toxicant. The highest toxicity would happens in the birds, right? DDT, the higher concentration would happens in the birds, right? So many of the birds will lay eggs for sure. They will lay the eggs. Either they would not survive, the eggs would not hatch, or the egg would break out easily. Without even maturing itself, the eggs will break out. Two reasons can be there. Okay, due to the absence of calcium metabolism. Moving on to question number 18, an easy question from greenhouse effect part. Okay, everybody, just answer which one of the following is a wrong statement. Let's read it together. Most of the forests have been lost in the tropical areas. Yes, due to the habitation, human habitation, most of the forests have been lost in the tropical areas. Let's read option number D. Eutrophication is a natural phenomenon in water bodies, freshwater bodies. That's also a correct statement. So statement A is correct, statement D is correct. Greenhouse effect is a natural phenomenon. Yes, it is a natural phenomenon. Ozone in the upper part of the atmosphere is harmful to the animals. No, right? Upper part of the atmosphere, the ozone will only give advantage. Yes, act as an ozone layer, which prevents the UVB radiation. So ozone present in the upper part is of useful and lower part is harmful. So wrong statement among the four given is option number B for question number 18. Moving on to question number 19, direct statement from NCERT. Those who have read NCERT would easily identify the answer for this question. Again, NEET 2016 question, guys. Joint Forest Management JFM concept was introduced in India during the year 1980s, 1990s, 1960s, and 1970s. Yes, Joint Forest Management. It was introduced in India in the year 1980s. 1980s, you will find the Joint Forest Management. Done, everybody. Yes, is it clear for everybody? Joint forest management was introduced in India in the year 1980. So question number 19, the correct answer is option number A. Moving on to question number 20 of the day. Yes, match the following question for NEET 2018. Match the items given in column 1 with those in column 2 and select the most appropriate option. NEET 2018 MCQ. Eutrophication. What is eutrophication? It is the nutrient enrichment. So A matches with 3. Only one option is there that matches A with 3. That is the correct answer for this question. Would be option number C. Right? Sanitary landfill, it is actually a method for waste disposal, right? Snow blindness, it is actually a disease of the cornea caused due to the UVB radiation. June cultivation is actually a part of deforestation. So the correct answer is option number C. Done? Give me hearts on the screen if you are ready with me. Let's move on to the last 10 questions of the day. Yes, moving on to the question number 21. World Ozone Day is celebrated on. World Ozone Day is celebrated on. When is the World Ozone Day? 5th June, 21st April, 16th September, 22nd April. NEET 2018 question. Yes, everybody, 5th June, you know, World Environment Day, right? So World Ozone Day is celebrated on 16th September. Okay, so the correct answer for this question, it is a previous year NEET question. Okay, 16th September, NCERT question itself, NEET 2018. World Ozone Day is observed on 16th September. Moving on to question number 22. Depletion of which gas in the atmosphere can lead to an increased incidence of skin cancer? NEET 2016. Guys, imagine, just look at, the proof is right now in front of you. How many questions have we done in today's 30? Amongst this 30 question itself, how many questions from NEET 2016 have we done? So this is a simple chapter, but the questions can confuse you. So they will definitely ask some questions from this chapter. Done, everybody? So NEET 2016 MCQ, depletion of which gas can lead to an increased incidence of skin cancer? You know, ozone depletion, right? So the correct answer would be option number D, ozone. So question number 22, the correct answer is option D, ozone. Moving on to question number 23. Question number 23 is right now on the screen. The second commitment period of the Kyoto Protocol was decided at Durban, Bali, Doha, Cancun. The second commitment period for Kyoto Protocol, NEET Karnataka 2013 MCQ. Yes, you know the correct answer is option number C, Doha. In the place called Doha, you will have the second commitment period for the Kyoto Protocol. Moving on to question number 24. Moving a bit fast, guys, because these are very simple questions. You can comment down the answers. Okay. NEET 2018 MCQ, in stratosphere, which of the following elements act as a catalyst? Act as a catalyst in the degradation of ozone and releases of the molecular oxygen. In stratosphere, which of the following elements act as a catalyst in the degradation of ozone and releases of molecular oxygen? Yes, everybody. Ozone is degraded by, perfect, it is the chlorine, chlorofluorocarbon. CFCs are the major ozone depleting substances, right? So the chlorine atom present in this chlorofluorocarbon would help or would cause the degradation of ozone and releases of the molecular oxygen from the ozone. Moving on to question number 25, NEET 2019 MCQ question. Okay, these are recent years MCQ, so you can understand how important is it. Which of the following protocol did aim in reducing the emission of chlorofluorocarbon? Chlorofluorocarbon emission is reduced due to the commitment of which of the following protocol? Geneva Protocol, Montreal Protocol, Gothenburg Protocol, and Kyoto Protocol. Question number 25. NEET 2019 MCQ question. NEET 2019 MCQ question. Emission, reduction in the emission of chlorofluorocarbons. Yes, you know the answer as option number B, Montreal Protocol. So please do focus. Montreal Protocol aims in reducing the chlorofluorocarbons emission into the atmosphere. Question number 26. Yes, here is the another part of the question. So look at, guys, how similar it is. In 2019, it was given, the statement was given and you were asked to write which protocol is it. And right now they are asking you, Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987. Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987 for the control of. Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987 for the control of. That was asked in NEET 2020. No other doubt for that. Emission of ozone depleting substances, right? Emission, to prevent the emission of ozone depleting substances, you have started the Montreal Protocol. Moving on to question number 27 of the day. Global warming can be controlled by. Global warming can be controlled by. NEET 2013 MCQ question. Increasing deforestation. By increasing deforestation, will global warming come under control? No. So option number 1 cannot be the correct answer for the question. You cannot control global warming by increasing deforestation. Increasing deforestation again, so that cannot also be the answer. Reducing deforestation, cutting down the use of trees, right? Cutting down the use of fossil fuels, that can be a correct option. So your correct answer would be option number C. But we have to identify how option D is wrong. Increasing the usage of fossil fuel. No. So the correct answer we'll lock it. That is reducing deforestation, cutting down of fossil fuels. Done, everybody. Yes, the correct answer is option number C for 27th question. Moving on to question number 28. Question number 28 is right now on your screen. Which of the following pair of gases is mainly responsible for greenhouse effect? We have in our NCERT a pie chart related to this, right? We have a pie chart in our NCERT related to this to identify which all are the major 4 main gases that contribute to the global warming or the greenhouse effect. Yes, there is no doubt for that, guys, because everybody are well prepared. Carbon dioxide and methane. Carbon dioxide and methane are 2 major important gases which is responsible for greenhouse, which is given over here. Moving on to question number 29. This can also be asked in a question for NEET 2021. Okay. Polyblend, which is actually a fine powder of recycled modified plastic, has proved to be a good material for. Yes, you know the answer, construction of rod. To increase the life of rod, to increase the life of rods and all, for the usage of rod, construction of rod, you will use what? Polyblend. Clear, everybody? Is it clear for everybody? Polyblend, which is a fine powder of recycled modified plastic, has proved to be a good material for construction of the roads. Last and final question for the day, question number 30. Come on, NEET 2019 MCQ again. Which of the following methods is the most suitable for the disposal of nuclear waste? You have to identify the most suitable. Bury the waste within the rocks deep below the Earth's surface. Shoot the waste into the space. Bury the waste under the Antarctic ice cover. Dump the waste within the rocks under an ocean. So after reading the 4 options itself, after reading each and every option itself, you're very much clear about which is going to be or which should be the correct answer for the question. Yes, the correct answer for the question will be option number A. That is, you have to bury the waste within the rocks deep below the Earth's surface, so that there should not be any kind of leakage if it contains any kind of substances like that. Done, everybody. So that's all for today. Wonderful session of environmental issues is over. So bye-bye, guys. See you in the next class with some other chapter. Okay, the schedule will be posted in the group evening itself. Bye-bye, everybody.